let's welcome in our Giants insider, Ralph Vacchiano. Ralph, was this move a surprise?
No, I think it kind of happened quick over the last, really just today, and that made it a bit of a surprise. But Ben McAdoo was the favorite all along. The Giants, I think their search was about convincing themselves that he was the right guy and seeing if maybe they were missing something out there in a thin field. But they knew that this search had to be about the fact that they had a 35-year-old quarterback, and they didn't want to mess around with learning a new offense or finding a coach that didn't fit. He had a guy that he liked, an offense that he liked, and a coach that they thought had really some potential. So everything seemed to make sense and point to Ben McAdoo right from the beginning.
Okay, so now that this has come into fruition, is there any word on what McAdoo plans on doing when it comes to his staff?
Yeah, a little bit. A few names have leaked out. One of them that we've been hearing is that Joe Philbin, the former Miami Dolphins coach, who was McAdoo's offensive coordinator in Green Bay, he'll be coming along with him to the Giants staff. We're not sure if it'll be as offensive coordinator or a quarterback's coach or something like that. Max might end up calling his own plays, but it looks like Philbin will be on the staff. And from what we've been hearing tonight, it sounds like that Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, who is a big favorite of a lot of people in the Giants organization, he will also stay and get a chance to rebuild what had been an awful defense this past year.
Now, do you think that the Eagles' interest in McAdoo pushed the Giants to make this move?
I think so. I think that they were probably headed in that direction anyway, but I did get the sense as of a couple of days ago that they didn't want to rush this. And you remember they had an interview set up with Hugh Jackson, who's now the Browns coach. They had that set up for Thursday morning, so it didn't sound like they were ready to make a move until at least after that. And all of a sudden, there's word that the Eagles may have been offering McAdoo their job. Certainly were very interested in him from what I heard. And if that's the case, I think the Giants had to make a decision then, especially if McAdoo was their top guy. The last thing they could afford was to see him going down the turnpike.
We know Eli Manning is very happy with this move, but how much is this team really going to change considering they finished the last two seasons 6-10 with McAdoo on the staff, Ralph?
Yeah, this is going to be the part that's going to be a very hard sell for John Mara when he does have the press conference, because he's essentially endorsing the status quo. I mean, you're going to have the same guy running the offense, the same guy, we believe, running the defense. The only thing that changed was Tom Coughlin, who they insisted was not at fault for everything that happened. So I think what they'll probably say is they're hoping for a spark by the coaching change, and maybe Tom Coughlin's career there had just run its course, and maybe McAdoo will approach it with some fresh set of eyes, some fresh ideas, and that'll reinvigorate the players. But it's tough.
Ralph, thank you so much always for your input.
Anytime, Michelle.